Hello YouTube, my name is Scott Perdue. I'm an Amazon author of over 100 books, tons of Christian books, self-help books for you out there. Next time you're on Amazon, go to the search bar, type in my name, Scott Perdue, add some of those books to your cart, get those in transit right away. There's life-changing wisdom there for you. You're definitely going to want those in your life right away. Today I'm going to go over a book I'd recently published called The King's Highway, Lean into Jesus for Accelerated Success. Today's lesson is about sacred pathways, religious and cultural significance of the King's Highway. The King's Highway, an ancient route cutting through the heart of the Levant, is much more than a trade route. It holds profound religious and cultural significance with its history woven into the fabric of biblical events and faith traditions. This pathway, marked by sacred sites and spiritual encounters, invites modern believers to reflect on the journey of faith and purpose. By exploring the spiritual themes connected to the King's Highway, we uncover lessons on finding God's direction and unlocking His path to accelerated success and lasting legacy. The sacred pathways of the King's Highway. The King's Highway is referenced in the Bible as a route used by travelers, pilgrims, and entire nations. In Deuteronomy 2:27 Amplified, Moses appealed to the Edomites for a safe passage along this road, saying, "Let me pass through your land with my people. I will travel with them only on the highway. I will not turn aside to the left or to the right or to the left." This moment highlights the highway's role as a vital and direct path connecting regions and peoples for commerce, communication, and religious observances. The highway is also a journey through the sacred geography of the ancient world, marked by key religious sites that reveal its importance in biblical narratives and beyond. Mount Nebo, a vision of promise. One of the most significant locations along the King's Highway is Mount Nebo, the place where Moses stood to view the promised land. And according to Deuteronomy 34:1-4, God allowed Moses to see the land promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Standing on Mount Nebo, travelers can imagine Moses is gazing over the Jordan Valley, experiencing the fulfillment of God's covenant, even though he would not enter the land himself. For modern believers, Mount Nebo serves as a reminder of God's faithfulness to the importance of trusting Him, even when the journey seems incomplete. It also represents the role of vision in fulfilling divine purpose. As we walk our spiritual highways, God grants us glimpses of His promises, encouraging us to persevere. Edomite and Moabite temples, testaments to ancient worship. The regions of Edom and Moab, which the King's Highway traverses, were home to temples and shrines dedicated to their deities. These sites reflect the religious practices of ancient inhabitants and the highway's role as a conduit for cultural and spiritual exchange. While these practices often stood in opposition to Israelite worship, they underscore the highway's significance as a place where faiths intersected. For believers, these ancient sites offer an opportunity to reflect on the exclusivity of worshiping the true God. As God reminded the Israelites in Deuteronomy 6:14-15 Amplified, "You shall not follow other gods, any of the gods of the peoples who surround you. For the Lord your God who is among you is a jealous, impassioned God, demanding what is rightfully and uniquely His." Walking the King's Highway with its diverse history of worship challenges us to remain faithful to Christ amidst competing distractions and values. Christian pilgrimage sites. Centuries later, the King's Highway became a route for Christian pilgrims journeying to holy sites in the region. Places such as Mount Nebo and the baptismal sites along the Jordan River became integral to the Christian experience, connecting believers to the life and ministry of Jesus. Pilgrims walked His path to draw closer to God, seeking spiritual renewal and inspiration. This legacy continues today, reminding us that walking a sacred pathway is not merely physical, but deeply spiritual. For modern believers, the King's Highway calls us to make our life's journey one of intentional pursuit of Christ. As Jesus Himself declared in John 14:6 Amplified, "I am the only way to God and the real truth and the real life. No one comes to the Father but through me." Islamic pilgrimage and cultural exchange. In later centuries, the King's Highway also served as a route for Islamic pilgrims traveling to Mecca, further cementing its role as a spiritual crossroads. The interaction of diverse faiths along this road contributed to cultural exchange and understanding, even as it highlighted the distinctiveness of each tradition. For Christians, this history invites us to engage with others while holding firmly to our faith. The King's Highway teaches us to walk with humility and grace, sharing the love of Christ while remaining rooted in his truth. Lessons from the Sacred Pathway. The King's Highway offers a wealth of spiritual insights for modern believers. Its history as a religious and cultural crossroads reflects the journey of faith, with its challenges, opportunities, and ultimate destination in Christ. Walking with vision and purpose. Mount Nebu's significance lies in Moses' ability to see God's promise, even if he could not enter it. Similarly, walking the King's Highway encourages believers to embrace God's vision for their lives, trusting him even when the full promise is not yet realized. Proverbs 29:18 Amplified reminds us, where there is no vision, no revelation of God and his word, the people are unrestrained, but happy and blessed is he who keeps the law of God. Just as ancient pilgrims walked with purpose, we are called to walk with faith, keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus as the author and finisher of our journey, staying true to God's path. The sacred sites along the King's Highway reveal the dangers of spiritual compromise. The temples of Edom and Moab stand as reminders of how easily people can be led astray. For believers today, walking the King's Highway is a call to remain steadfast in faith, resisting the distractions of the world. Psalm 119:105 Amplified provides guidance. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Walking in God's truth keeps us aligned with his purpose, even when the road is difficult. The power of pilgrimage and renewal. The history of pilgrimage along the King's Highway emphasizes the importance of seeking spiritual renewal. Whether through physical journeys or times of dedicated prayer and reflection, pilgrimage allows believers to connect with God and rediscover their purpose. Matthew 11:28-29 Amplified invites us to rest in Jesus. Come to me, all who are weary and heavily burdened by religious rituals that provide no peace, and I will give you rest, refreshing your souls with salvation. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, following me as a disciple. For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest, renewal, blessed quiet for your souls. Walking the King's Highway reminds us to pause and draw strength from Christ, who is the ultimate source of our success and legacy, unlocking God's path to accelerated success. The King's Highway not only connects sacred sites, but also serves as a metaphor for life's journey towards success and legacy. By walking this path with faith, believers can experience the blessings of alignment with God's purpose, divine guidance for life's journey. The highway's history as a direct and efficient route symbolizes the clarity God provides when we seek his will. Just as ancient travelers relied on the highway to navigate challenging terrain, we rely on God to guide our steps. Proverbs 3:5-6 Amplified offers assurance. Trust in and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart. And do not rely on your own insight or understanding. In all your ways, know and acknowledge and recognize him, and he will make your path straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way, serving as a light to others. The cultural exchange along the King's Highway highlights the importance of sharing blessings with others. As followers of Christ, we are called to serve as conduits of his love and grace, impacting those who encounter on your journey. Matthew 5:16 Amplified encourages us, let your light shine before men in such a way that they may see your good deeds and moral excellence, and recognize and honor and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Building a legacy of faith, the sacred sites along the King's Highway from Mount Nebu to Christian pilgrimage locations reminds us of the enduring power of faith. Walking this path inspires believers to leave a legacy of trust in God, inspiring future generations to follow his ways. Psalm 78:4 Amplified calls us to share our faith. We will not hide them from their children, but we will tell the generation to come the praiseworthy deeds. Let me rephrase this. Psalm 78:4 Amplified calls us to share our faith. We will not hide them from their children, but we will tell to the generation to come the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord and his great might and the wonderful works that he has done. Conclusion. Walking the King's Highway in Israel is an invitation to explore not only its historical and cultural significance, but also its profound spiritual lessons. An ancient route marked by sacred sites and stories of faith serves as a metaphor for the believer's journey with Christ. From Mount Nebu's vision of promise to the reminders of faithfulness along the way, the King's Highway teaches us to walk with purpose, stay true to God's path, and embrace the renewal found in Christ. By trusting in Jesus and serving others, we unlock God's plan for accelerated success and leave a legacy that glorifies him. The King's Highway reminds us that life's journey is not just about reaching a destination, but about walking with God every step of the way. As we navigate this sacred pathway, we discover that true purpose and fulfillment come from faith in Jesus, who leads us toward his promises and into his eternal legacy. All right, that concludes today's lesson. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for following me through this video. It's a 10-part series for this book, so definitely watch the continued videos. There's lots to learn in this book, The King's Highway. Again, my name is Scott Perdue. I'm an Amazon author of over 100 books, lots of Christian books, self-help books, tons of good books out there for you. Next time you're on there, go to the search bar, type in my name, Scott Perdue, pull up all those wonderful options, add some to cart, get them in transit too. There's great wisdom in there for you. It'll change your life. Anyway, thanks again for following me through this video today. Have a blessed, wonderful day.